So it was just a couple days ago that I uploaded the top 7 best weapons to use here in Season 3 Reloaded, and in that video you guys ended up leaving me a bunch of comments telling me what weapons that should have been on that list, and the one that stood out to me and actually got the most likes was about the FTAC Siege. That's what we're going to be checking out today. If you guys are into zombie videos or anything Call of Duty, consider rocking the hell out of that like button for me and subscribing to the channel. We just hit 17,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the insane support lately. We're going to get into everything about this loadout really quick. I do need to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor. If you guys are looking to unlock the new MW3 camos such as Interstellar or Borealis, or possibly even play in some bot lobbies or get all the best schematics in Modern Warfare Zombies, then be sure to check out Midge Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable sellers with heaps of brand new offerings for MW3 with completely safe and legitimate services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. With thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG at checkout for 5% off your entire order for a limited time only. Now this is a weapon, guys, that I really do have to admit keeps slipping off of my radar, just because back when it was introduced in Warzone 2 and in Modern Warfare 2, it really was just not one of my favorite guns. I never really liked the recoil on it. It was kind of hard to control. Every time that I've used it here in Modern Warfare Zombies, I've actually been pretty impressed, and especially after you get that dead shot, you don't even really have to worry about recoil and accuracy. This thing just absolutely shreds. As you guys can tell, we ended up bringing in a legendary Aether tool and a flawless crystal, and we also got that Scorcher case, so we're gonna fly right out into the red tier zone. We're gonna do one of our Easter eggs really quick, make sure we get at least one of these done so we can have at least a legendary Aether tool and a flawless crystal ready for us for our next run. I've noticed a bunch of people asking if they took these out of the game. No guys, they did not. Just unfortunately it is really tough to get to these things. You have to be one of the very first ones out here. Everybody just instantly, if they have a Scorcher, they instantly fly straight out here, and everybody else is going to be jumping in vehicles or doing anything they can to get out here really fast so they can get to these things and get them done before anybody else does. You guys are going to see at this particular one that I ended up going to, they actually ended up widening out the radius of the zombies that you're able to shoot. They don't have to be just right in this tiny little circle, and they also reduce the amount of zombies that you have to shoot, so you're going to be able to get this thing a lot quicker. I know that especially at this spot in particular, where there are some squads that were trying to get this done, they had to kill a lot of zombies in order to finish it. This FTAC is actually handling these red zone zombies incredibly well. I'm actually really surprised. I don't even really have any perks yet. You definitely need to do that, and then we're gonna get an HVT on this Disciple here, and this guy, he ended up going down pretty fast, but honestly, if we had either Dead Wire or even Brain Rot, he would have ended up going down a little bit faster. This was still not too bad. I gotta say, this guy, with how fast that it fires and everything, using it without the akimbo is definitely the way to go. This is really a weapon that definitely can use Deadshot to its advantage. Now we're gonna take on this Mega Abomination here, and we were actually able to deal with this guy pretty damn fast, but we ended up dealing with not only him, but the rest of the zombies that were around us, and we almost ended up going down, but we actually pulled through. I do have to admit, having the Mega holding on it does really help out a lot, and you're gonna be holding, I think, 644 rounds, which really isn't bad at all. But even if you don't have it, just go ahead and slap on that 75 round mag, and then after pack-a-punching, you're gonna have 150 rounds, so that's not too bad. Just absolutely deleting these red zone zombies. Not only did we get rid of that Mega Abomination pretty easily, but then we deleted this Mangler and all the rest of these zombies around us. And this little pistol's a shredder. I can see why people really like this thing. I do feel like movement could be ever so slightly better, but that is also in all how you build it. You could build it straight out for movement, but this thing does have almost uncontrollable recoil already, so like I said before, you can pretty much cancel that out with Deadshot, and then other than that, I don't see very many other cons to this weapon. I'm gonna take on this second Mega Abomination here, and look how fast the health just drains off of this guy. Even without him shooting at us, we were able to take off a nice little chunk of his health. This FTAC is definitely a little boss destroyer for sure. Not only does it have no problem taking out these Mega Abominations and the bosses that I put it up to, but it just takes out all of these zombies really well. Definitely don't really struggle with any hordes that are chasing me, that's for sure. But next we're gonna end up grabbing another HVT out here inside the red tier zone, and what do you know, we ended up getting another Mega Abomination. Now, these HVT Megas are quite a bit stronger than the ones that you just see walking around the map, so you guys are gonna see how strong this thing really is. Luckily, we did end up getting this one, and he's right next to a roof, which is absolutely perfect for us to sit right next to him, and he'll just constantly shoot those beams at us. There's one big tip that I can give to you guys: if you're trying to fight Mega Abominations, try to get on top of something. It doesn't even matter how big it is, like even if it's just one of these broken down cars, as long as you're on top of something, the Mega just thinks that he can't reach you, so he's gonna try to shoot you. Then it's gonna give you an easy target to pop off those heads. Luckily, we actually did have a couple zombies chasing us up here because I needed to kill some of those guys to get some ammo. All in all, guys, I really have to say I was very impressed with this gun here. I definitely see why everybody was talking about it down in the comments section, and I can see why that comment got so many likes. It's extremely powerful. I mean, the mag size really isn't too bad. My only biggest complaint with this thing, well, actually, I guess I kind of have two of them. One, the recoil's a little bit hard hard to control, but as long as you get dead shot, you should be okay. And the second thing would be all in movement, but I guess as long as you're running with your fists out, or if you got the VR11 or a Scorcher, you should be okay. So out of all the guns that I've tested here in Season 3 Reloaded, and trust me guys, I've already tested out a lot of them, this one seems to be up there in the top tier list. This thing is extremely powerful. I definitely highly recommend you guys check this one out. Now I was going to go inside of the Elder Dark Aether and complete that with this, but unfortunately guys, my game decided to crash on me. But I do have to say it is the first time since the Season 3 Reloaded update, so I think maybe the servers have gotten ever so slightly better, or maybe it's just my luck. It seems to happen to me whenever I try to go inside of the Dark Aethers. Like, I'll put in my sigil, I'll sit there, it'll count down, and then as soon as the countdown finishes, my entire game will just crash and I'll be at the main menu. Now sometimes I do get lucky and all my stuff is still there with me, but then most of the time I'm sitting there with a completely empty backpack and nothing on my character, and you guys know how it is. I'm gonna throw that loadout up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to try it out. Again, thank you for everybody that checked out the video. I greatly do appreciate it. It really does mean the world to me. We'll be trying to get a video out tonight as well, guys, so keep an eye out for that. Again, thank you all so much for the support. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. We're getting so much closer to that 20,000 subscriber goal. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.